Yo, hoop fans! Your sideline sage, Tips and Upstreams, is lacing up once again. On deck, deep dives into the freshest NBA clashes, ready to set the planks ablaze. But before we jump the ball, be sure to hammer that subscribe on our YouTube channel to keep hooked with our sharp forecasts and prime selections. All right, let's bounce into today's NBA crystal ball reads. The first prediction for today is for the game between Indiana Pacers and New York Knicks. The stage is set for a pivotal Game 5 showdown between the New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers at Madison Square Garden, with the series tied at 2 games apiece. The Pacers evened the series with a dominant 121-89 victory in Game 4, showcasing a highly efficient offense. They shot an impressive 56.8% from the field and 45.2% from beyond the arc, coupled with a strong defensive effort that held the Knicks to just 33.7% shooting. Looking at the season and playoff stats, Indiana has been an offensive juggernaut, leading the NBA with an average of 123.3 points per game and a field goal percentage of 50.7%. Their 37.4% proficiency from the three-point line adds a significant deep threat to their attack. The Pacers also excel in ball distribution, leading the league in assists. On the other hand, the Knicks have been stout defensively, ranking second in the NBA by allowing only 108.2 points per game. Their rebounding has been a key factor, averaging 45.2 rebounds per game, highlighting their physicality. However, their offense has been less remarkable, ranking 20th with a 46.5% field goal percentage. Head-to-head matchups in New York have historically favored the home team. The Knicks have shown resilience and the ability to bounce back after losses, particularly in Eastern Conference semifinals home games following a defeat. Injury reports are crucial in playoff scenarios. The Pacers will miss Benedict Mathurin, a significant absence, while the Knicks are significantly weakened without Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, and potentially OG Anunoby, whose participation remains uncertain due to injury. These absences could tip the scales, especially in terms of depth and physicality under the rim. Indiana blew out New York 121-89 at home in Game 4 on Sunday afternoon. Everything went wrong for the Knicks, and the starters' heavy minutes began to show. The silver lining was that all 5 Knicks starters played 32 minutes or fewer on Sunday due to the blowout, meaning they should be relatively rested for this pivotal Game 5. The series is now even straight up and against the spread, with each team winning both of their home games straight up. There has been a particularly pleasant ebb and flow to this series that has favored the home team significantly. Returning home is exactly what the Knicks need after tough losses in Indiana. The blowout allowed them to rest their starters more, which was desperately needed. The starters will be looking to prove that Sunday's performance was an anomaly. The Garden keeps getting louder with each game, and this one will be no different with so much on the line. It is hard to play against the Knicks in Madison Square Garden. New York fans are hungry for good basketball and playoff success, and they will fervently support their team until the end. This support will be especially strong now that the series is tied. 8 of the Knicks' 10 playoff games have come down to clutch time. Given how the Pacers' taunting in Game 4 fired them up, expect another close battle. I expect the Knicks to play another dramatic game, and the home team has won every game in this series so far. I believe that trend will continue on Tuesday night. The last prediction for today is for the game between Minnesota Timberwolves and Denver Nuggets. The Minnesota Timberwolves are gearing up for a crucial Game 5 showdown against the Denver Nuggets at Ball Arena, with the series locked at 2 games apiece. After a tough 115-107 loss in Game 4, the Timberwolves find themselves at a pivotal juncture, especially as Denver seems to be hitting their stride. The Timberwolves, known for their rock-solid defense, the stingiest in the NBA at 106.5 points allowed per game, had an off night, allowing the Nuggets to shoot a scorching 57% from the floor. On the offensive end, Anthony Edwards was a standout, pouring in 44 points on an impressive 64% shooting, but he needs more help from his teammates, particularly Karl Anthony Towns, who has been relatively quiet lately. Denver, on the other hand, boasts a formidable offense, ranked 4th in the league with a 49.6% field goal percentage. Their offense is fueled by excellent ball movement, averaging 29.5 assists per game, 3rd in the NBA, and anchored by the versatile Nikola Jokic. Denver's defense has also tightened up, particularly in limiting Towns and neutralizing Minnesota's bench contributions. Historically, Denver has been dominant at home, winning their last 9 games at Ball Arena following an underdog victory. Conversely, the Timberwolves have struggled in this venue, dropping their last 6 games here after a home loss. However, Minnesota's resilience and competitive spirit, even in losses, mean they shouldn't be written off. They have a solid record as road underdogs, often covering the spread in tough spots. Game 5 in Denver promises to be a nail-biter. The Nuggets will look to leverage their home court advantage and recent momentum, while the Timberwolves will need a big response from Towns and continued strong play from Edwards to even the series. Denver's offensive efficiency and ability to control the game's pace could pose a significant challenge for Minnesota's top-ranked defense. With the spread favoring the Nuggets by 4.5 points, the game's outcome could hinge on key performances and whether Minnesota can tighten up defensively. The total points line at 205.5 suggests a defensive battle, in line with Minnesota's style, but contrasting with Denver's recent high-scoring games. Many were ready to count out the Nuggets after they dropped the first 2 games at home. Similarly, after Minnesota lost the next 2 at home, some are ready to dismiss them. That's a mistake. Minnesota didn't play badly in Game 4. Denver simply shot 57% from the field and 44.8% from three-point range. Minnesota's defense remains elite, making them a dangerous underdog on Tuesday. The Timberwolves are 12-9 against the spread as road underdogs, and 12-6-2 against the spread in division games this season. Additionally, they are 29-25-2 against the spread on one day's rest and 31-27-2 in conference games this year. In contrast, Denver is 21-23-1 against the spread as a home favorite and 25-32 on one day's rest this season. While many are eager to back Denver, I'm not convinced. Despite Denver's home court edge and offensive firepower, Minnesota's desperation and track record of bouncing back in critical games shouldn't be overlooked. Expect the Timberwolves to keep it close and cover the spread in a hard-fought contest. I'm taking Minnesota and the points on Tuesday night.